Hello and welcome to a special episode of Ankle Sore. So let's start with the big picture. We've got 6 teams locked into the finals: Adelaide, Brisbane, Geelong, Collingwood, Hawthorn and GWS. The Crows, Cats and Lions are absolutely locked in, but the other 3 are safe on 15 wins thanks to their percentages and the fact that one of the final 2 contenders is guaranteed to drop out. Here's why. It's mathematically implausible for any of those teams to fall below the loser of Fremantle versus Western Bulldogs game. If the Bulldogs lose, they're stuck on 14 wins. If Fremantle loses, they'll have a percentage that won't improve enough. The only tiny exception is if the Giants lost by 100 points and Fremantle lost by a point in a high-scoring game. But let's be real, that's not happening. This means the Gold Coast Suns will play finals if they get just 1 win from their last 2 games this round. And they can still make the top 4 if they win both. As long as the Suns win once, the Western Bulldogs versus Fremantle game will become a sudden death elimination final. And with a loss, Fremantle would become the first team in VFL-AFL history to miss the finals with 15 wins. The Bulldogs would join some pretty exclusive company as one of the few teams to miss with 14 wins. Kicking us off on Thursday night is Essendon against Carlton. This one's simple. It doesn't impact the finals race at all. On Friday night, we have a huge game for Collingwood. The Pies are currently sitting 4th, and with a bottom 9 opponent, they have a chance to secure their top 4 spot. The problem is Gold Coast. The Suns have 2 very winnable games, and they're already close on percentage. So all Craig McRae's men can do is win by as much as possible. If they do that, they'll be hosting an elimination final at worst. Another big one on Friday night, Port Adelaide will be farewelling Ken Hinkley, while the Suns will be looking to clinch their maiden finals appearance. They only need to win 1 from their 2 games this round, but 2 wins would give them a massive chance of making the top 4. A loss here would make their next game on Wednesday night very, very interesting. The Crows could be making history on Saturday afternoon. A win here gives them their first minor premiership since 2017. Their rise from 15th to 1st would be the biggest year-to-year ladder jump in VFL-AFL history. A major upset would likely see them drop to 2nd. All eyes on the TV for this one. If the Crows somehow lose earlier in the day, Geelong will be playing for the minor premiership themselves. If Adelaide wins, the Cats are simply playing to seal 2nd spot and a home qualifying final. Just like Thursday's game, the West Coast versus Sydney game has no impact on the finals race. It's a dead rubber. The Giants' win over Gold Coast last week virtually guaranteed them a final spot. So they're playing for a seeding now. A top 4 spot is still technically possible, but it's a long shot. Sunday afternoon, Western Bulldogs versus Fremantle at Marvel Stadium. This is the one, the big one. Assuming the Suns beat the Power, this is simply an elimination final. Winner makes the 8, loser finishes 9th. The loser will have the best record of any team to miss the finals in the top 8 era. If the Suns don't win, the loser is still alive and will be cheering madly for the Bombers on Wednesday night. Sunday night, Brisbane Lions versus Hawthorn at the Gabba. Wins for both teams in round 23 means this game isn't quite as high stakes as it could have been. They'll both play finals, but they're fighting for a potential double chance. Brisbane would finish top 4 guaranteed with a win, while Hawthorn would be fighting with a Collingwood and Gold Coast on percentage. The loser of this game is likely heading into an away elimination final. Which leads us into the final game of the season. Wednesday night, Gold Coast Suns versus Essendon at People First Stadium. This is the one that will determine everything. It will either seal the Suns' finals berth, if they lost to Port Adelaide, or determine if they can make the top 4 if they beat Port Adelaide. They will know exactly what the margin they need is to boost their percentage past the likes of Collingwood and Hawthorn. There you have it, all the permutations of round 24. We hope you've enjoyed the video and we'll see you in the next one.